NFL free agency is going crazy, ladies and gentlemen. We all know about all the moves that had happened in the first day or so and first 2 days of free agency. But listen, it hasn't quieted down one bit. Obviously, we talked about Russell Wilson going to the Steelers. Well, he now has a backup quarterback in Justin Fields, leaving the Chicago Bears. We finally figure out where he's going. He will be going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know you're asking, Sean, wait a minute. Russell Wilson? Don't they have Kenny Pickett over there? No, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Pickett is now with the Philadelphia Eagles and will back up Jalen Hurts, and he'll compete in there. Quite interesting seeing that happen. Going back to Chicago real quick, we'll talk to Delilah about it a little bit later. They made big moves getting DeAndre Swift a couple days ago, and then recently getting Keenan Allen, who was asked to restructure, but he had his best year of his career, and he said, I'm not restructuring anything. So Tina gets a little help by somebody leaving her division and coming to the NFC North. Speaking of guys leaving the NFC, going to the AFC, Bakhtiari, who was with the Packers, is now following his old quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, and playing with the New York Jets. Chase Young will go to the Saints from San Francisco, and he'll be followed by Willie Gay, the Super Bowl winning linebacker from the Chiefs. Tina breathed a sigh of relief as her favorite quarterback, Jimmy G, ends up going to the Rams. Yeah. And as you guys know, in my house, Washington, we let go of Cam Curl, who also got picked up by the Rams. And my guy, my quarterback, Sam Howell, goes to Seattle. Tina, I'm going to come to you real quick. I mean, if the first 2 days weren't just crazy and amazing to see all this, now you see these picks, and it's like, is anybody going to be on the same team as from last year? Like, come on.
It's looking like they're not. And one I wanted to mention also, Aaron Donald retired from the Rams. So everybody that's in that NFC West is like, oh,
right. Excited.
Yes. Yes. And I have a couple of their non-player situations that's happening with the draft, but there's two things that were announced. One, the 49ers are going to lose a 5th round pick in 2025 draft, and they're also their 4th round pick in 2024 is going to be pushed to after the compensatory picks, because it was found that back in 2022 they had an administrative payroll accounting error. So that's what they've been assessed as the penalty for that. It does not say what they did or anything. That's just the terms that they used. The bigger one to me is that we have our first 2024 draft deal between two teams. The Vikings and the Texans have agreed to a deal. Minnesota is going to get the 23rd pick in the first round, and it's also going to get the 232 pick in the 7th round in this year's draft. In return for that, the Texans are going to get Minnesota's number 42 pick in the 2nd round and their number 188 pick in the 6th round in this year's draft. And then they're also going to get a 2nd round pick in 2025. So we have our first team switch. We know what Minnesota's going for. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
They're going for a quarterback. Yeah. I mean, Darnold got signed, but they're going for one of the big boys this year, quarterback. So that is what I have for the news.
Washington had no hesitation in this offseason. They hired Bob Myers, the special consultant.
They're taking advantage of the fact that players and celebrities are public figures, and they're